Welcome to Pirates Parlee. I'm your host, Shauna Cook. On today's segment, I have a very special guest who has a very unique and inspirational story behind his basketball career. Please help me in welcoming number 50, Milton Geddes. Hello, Milton, and thank you for joining me on Pirates Parlee today.
Oh, you're welcome.
There's an interesting story behind your basketball career since you were a sophomore in high school. During the 2007-2008 regular season for Jackson High School, you became a member of a player of the Nike Team Florida travel team. Can you tell me a little bit about what that team is?
Well, the Nike travel team is it's like just like the best players or like premier players around the state of Florida. We come together and play with the Nike team, and they sponsor us, and they fly us around the country to play in different basketball tournaments to get exposure for college, to move to the next level.
Okay. And in the July open season, you began to experience some medical issues. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were experiencing and what was going on?
Well, back in July, I started to feel kind of sluggish, not like myself on the court, but I never sought any help in the doctors. I just thought I'm just a little sluggish. And as the months progressed, it got worse and worse. And came like October, like I had lost a lot of weight, and I had missed like 2 weeks of school, and I went to like a Solantics healthcare, and they thought I had food poisoning. But after a couple of days, it didn't went away. My mom took me to my regular physician, and he had me rushed to the emergency room because I had lost so much weight. Mm-hmm. And once I got to the hospital, they found the 2 blood clots and fluid in my left lung. So I missed like a total of like 5 weeks of school, and it was just real tough on me.
Okay. And when the doctors had told you what they had found, what was going through your mind? Did you ever imagine that they would tell you something like that? You know, something that was so dramatic. How did you feel?
I was scared. Being so young and having blood clots. No medical history of that, like in the family really. And laying in the hospital, they told me that I might not ever play basketball again, so that hit me real hard. Tears came, wondering, I've been playing basketball for so long, what would it be like to not play basketball? So it was kind of hard at first.
Okay. And the doctors decided to move the blood clots and put you on some blood thinners and actually ordered you with no physical contact whatsoever. So that kind of put your basketball career aside. How were you feeling as far as your hopes of ever being able to play basketball again?
I remember the first day back after I got to the hospital and I came to see my team in practice. They all welcomed me, happy to see me. And I couldn't even touch the rim when I jumped, so I got very weak. Like before I got sick, I was weighing like 185, and when I went in the hospital, I was 139, so I lost almost 50 pounds. So it was real tough. My team really needed me on the court, and I remember the first game back, seeing them play, I cried because it was real emotional, not being able to play after I've been doing it for so long, playing the game I love. Right. So it was just very tough at first. But just trying to get back in the swing of things, getting shots up. Like I couldn't practice anything, but I would shoot on the side and go to the games and cheer my teammates on, hoping that they'll be successful and make it to the States.
Okay. And you remained a part of the team, and your teammates supported you 100% regardless of not being able to play. With their support and allowing you to still be a member of their team, did that give you hope that you were able to say, hey, I'm going to still be able to play one day?
Yes, it really did. Going back and forth between the doctor's office and doctor's appointments, the doctors told me that they did see me being able to make a return to basketball, so kept my head high and stayed focused, going to the games, cheering my teammates on, encouraging them, they encouraging me. Just keep up my schoolwork because I had missed like over a month of school. Just get back in the swing of things, talking to friends, just getting back to all normal. I really got a lot of time to focus on my schoolwork, not playing basketball to kind of root my GPA to look better for scouts.
Right, and that was one thing that I did read about you that regardless of not being able to play basketball, you remained focused and determined with your academics, so you would, qualify for the NCAA requirements, when it came time to play basketball again. Was that something that pushed you to, regardless of not being able to be on the court, to be academically eligible to play
Yes,
basketball?
yes, my mom really encouraged me to focus in on my schoolwork because if I couldn't play basketball, then I would need my grades to make it to college. So just focused in on schoolwork, locked in, and took care of that in the classroom so I couldn't take care of business on the court.
And due to your illness, your recruiting took quite a hit. Some of the schools that were looking at you just weren't interested anymore. Can you tell me a little bit about what some of those schools were, and were any of the schools that were looking at you, was there one or two maybe that just kind of stuck out to you that you did want to go to?
Yes, a lot of schools, they did back off. A couple that kind of kept around to see how I was doing was High Point University and FAMU. They were, I talked to those coaches a few, but a coach from Miami, they had stopped talking to me, and a couple of others because of the illness. They weren't sure, how good my health was.
Okay. And during your junior year, you didn't play at all that year. And being that the summer after your junior year is the biggest point for recruiting, what did you feel like your chances were that somebody would actually recruit you for college ball?
I didn't see them being very great. I thought I'd probably have to go to like a prep school or a junior college so I can further develop my game and get back to normal, so I can transition back into being eligible for a good recruit looking for Division I basketball.
Okay. And on September 18th of 2009, the doctors finally gave you the go-ahead that, your medical issues were under control and that you could be back out on the court again. That weekend after your doctors gave you the okay, you went to the Nike Team Florida workout and actually played. Were you nervous, or did you have any concerns being back out on the court for the first time?
Yes, I was nervous, not really having played any real competition besides like friends in the neighborhood and stuff. So being back out there, it felt pretty good. My touch was kind of off, but just being able to play again, really excited me and gave me encouragement getting recruited again, play basketball again.
Okay. And your senior year also, you were back out on the court. At that time, were you receiving any new recruitment opportunities or offers?
Yes, a couple Division II schools, a couple junior colleges were looking at me, and I thought about going to prep school so I can get another year of like high school, but not losing any eligibility in college basketball.
Okay. And how did it come about that you became a Pensacola State College Pirate?
Well, I ended up at Towson University first because my coach, James Collins, played for Pat Kennedy at Florida State. So they talked and they came down and watched me play practice. And they liked me and they came up on a visit and signed later on that summer. And Towson, we had a rough season, and a new coach came in, and he thought that I wasn't the best fit for their team, being thin and long and not being able to play the 3 and the 4. So I decided to go back to junior college so I can get recruited again without having to transfer to another Division I college and having to sit out a year.
Okay. And what are your plans after Pensacola State College?
After Pensacola State College, I plan to go back to Division I and major in a double major in education and mathematics. I want to teach and coach high school basketball.
Okay, that is very inspirational. Well, Milton, I truly thank you for coming in and giving us a little bit about what you've been through, being an athlete, and a life-threatening situation, can take away somebody's dreams, I guess would be the best word to say. And you didn't let what you were going through affect you. You stood up and you said, I know what I have to do because one day I will be able to play again. So you did what you had to do in order to meet the requirements and motivate yourself and everything like that. You were a true inspiration to yourself. I'm sure there's other people that, you know, were in your life that kept you going and weren't willing to let you give up regardless of the situation. I truly feel, you know, that is something that a lot of people need to realize. You know, if one person can go through it and never give up hope or put their head down, it's possible for anybody. So with Milton Geddes, here is the true story. So I thank you for coming on to my show today. And is there anything else you would like to tell me?
Yes, I'd like to thank you for having me on your show today, and appreciate sharing my story. Any way I can help anybody else in my story, be a little inspiration. I would just like to you know, give a hand out.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining me in this special edition with Milton Geddes. Join me next week on the Pirates Parlee as I will be walking the plank with some of our very own Lady Pirates. This is a show you don't want to miss.